Hello, I'm Philip Brunelle, Artistic Director and founder of Vocal Lessons and organist choirmaster at Plymouth Congregational Church in Minneapolis. Each day I've selected a composer who's had a role to play with both organizations, and today it is the wonderful English composer Giles Swayne, S-W-A-Y-N-E. Born in 1946, studied at the Royal Academy of Music, studied also at the Paris Conservatoire with Messiaen. In 1981, he spent time in Gambia and southern Senegal, and then later, for 6 years, 1990 to 96, lived in Accra in Ghana. All of this, of course, had an influence on his music and his rhythms. I've known Giles Swayne because of several pieces of his. First of all, from Vocal Lessons, we gave the United States premiere in 2002 of a piece called The Silent Land. It's a piece for 40 individual singers. When I say individual, they're each singing a different part with cello. And the cellist was the English cello player, Raphael Wallfish, who had done the premiere. We did that piece at Central Lutheran Church, and of course it's patterned on the idea that Thomas Tallis, back in the Renaissance, had composed a piece for 40 voices. This one uses text of Dylan Thomas and also words from the Requiem. He has a wonderful sense of humor, and one of the pieces that we performed, not on that concert, but on tour, was a piece called Lonely Hearts. And the first two movements of it, he wrote to me later, I said that we had performed it, and he said to me, we did it at an outdoor concert, and he said, a wise move, an indoor performance might have engendered riot or affray. I hope it all goes well. Well, it did go very well. The text of this is by the English poet Wendy Cope, C-O-P-E. And the second movement, which the choir loved singing, has the text, "Some people like sex more than others." Some people like sex more than others. You keep saying that. You seem to like it a lot. There's nothing wrong with being innocent or high-minded, but I'm glad you're not. So here is Some People. Music of Giles Swayne. I mentioned his years in Africa, and there's a lot of interesting rhythmic things he does. He wrote a piece in 1990 called Missa Tributina, and the beginning of it, I can't create this on the piano, but at the beginning, the altos are doing just vowels, so they're going O, I, E, O. And so each measure, you have this O, I, E, O. And then while that's going, you hear just the sopranos go ki, ri, e, and the men ki, ri, e. But meanwhile, just imagine that other kind of mouthing is continuing with the altos all the way on through. Later, he does the same thing with when you say Kyrie eleison. So he'll go eleison, 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 le, le, I, zo. So that kind of interesting rhythmic idea which permeates music of Giles Swayne. A piece that I have performed a number of times, words of Kevin Crosley Holland, is the work Jesus Springing. And you have this organ moment. And that gets repeated over and over, and they begin the text. So you hear. It's a fascinating piece, a very mysterious piece, and a piece that the choir loved to sing once they got the feeling of how it all worked together. We commissioned a piece from him in 2004, we meaning Plymouth Church, and it was a setting of the Magnificat. He had composed a Magnificat 20-some years before, a very wonderful wild piece that was premiered at King's College in Cambridge. But also this one, which a great introduction where you get this organ playing. And then the choir comes in on the text of Magnificat, my soul magnifies the Lord. And you get a lot of that rhythmic idea of Giles Swayne when you go. And then you go back and again, Magnificat, but each syllable, Magnificat, So you get a wonderful kind of rhythmic excitement, and that so much permeates the music of Giles Swayne, along with the interesting ways that he really explores what's happening harmonically to make the text come out. Giles Swayne, a composer you need to look up. Have a wonderful day.